Welcome to today's bootcamp. We are excited to have all of you here. I want to extend a special welcome to those joining us for the first time. It's really great to have your participation here. Okay. Today we have the honor of having Catalina Herrera as our speaker. And Catalina, how are you while we're waiting for the joining?
Hi, Catalina. Thank you for having me here. I'm doing very well. And yeah, I'm very excited to be here and to can share with everyone who will attend or watch this video after about business ideas, value proposition, and a little more. So yeah, thank you for the invitation.
Thank you, Catalina. We are thrilled to have you here. We want to remind everyone that we are live streaming on Facebook, and also this session will be saved in our podcast archive for you to review later. We also encourage you to share this experience using the hashtag bootcamp and YBT. We want to hear your comments on the session. And what do you think about this important topic that we are going to handle in this bootcamp session? This bootcamp session is part of the activities of the Young America Business Trust. We are an international nonprofit organization working in cooperation with the Organization of American States. Its mission is to promote the social and economic development for young people worldwide. We like to emphasize that this session aims to strengthen skills for the TIC America competition. We invite all young entrepreneurs to register for the project, where they'll have the opportunity to compete for seed capital to support their ideas and projects. Yeah, Gustavo. Yeah, this session will be recorded on our Facebook and also in our website, ybt.net/bootcamp. Then, furthermore, we want to extend an invitation to organizations also to become allies in this initiative. It's very important to count with organizations, society, on all of this for having a more impactful results. If you are interested, we urge you to reach out to us. Together, we can create a meaningful opportunity for growth and development. I also would like to give a special shout out to the entire YBT team, to Edgar Maestro, to Edgar Garcia, that are helping us with the production. I also want to especially to Daisy Deraska, who is hosting the session with me. And now, without further ado, let's learn more about our today's speaker, Catalina Herrera. Okay, Catalina is Chilean, currently residing in the United States. She's a visual artist by profession, graduated from Pontificia Universidad Católica de Chile. Her work experience has been in the field of education, cultural management, and entrepreneurship. As we can see, it's very diverse and this gives us a lot of rich information. Currently, she works as the program manager in Spanish for Entrepreneur for All at Pioneer Valley. This is a nonprofit organization with the mission to impact the local economy of underrepresented community through inclusive entrepreneurship. This is very important and it's a value that we share because it's very important to give an opportunity to those who doesn't have normally or the same opportunity than others. So thank you all for being here and participating in this exciting bootcamp. I leave the floor to Catalina.
Thank you, Catalina. So, hello to everyone there who will see this later. I'm very happy to be here, very honored, and I would love to share with you some knowledge about business ideas and how we can develop it through different tools to get to have a business and to find and make the match between that idea and the value proposition of each of those. So I hope that this helps not only people who is in an early stage, like just having a business idea. Also for them who already started a business and needs to go back and review everything from the start, because you are always learning from what you are doing and going back to that initial idea, or that should be mostly what you are doing. I love that you mentioned also my background. I'm a visual artist, actually. That's my profession. And I like to highlight that because I feel like many people think that business is all about numbers, but not that really. It's, I think, that more about creativity and psychology sometimes. So this is the part of that that matches a little bit that. So let's start and talk about how to go from an idea to a business and what is this about your value proposition. So let's start with the business idea definition. I love this picture here. I think that it describes very well what a business idea actually needs to be, because a business idea is a possible solution to a problem or a detected need. We cannot start with the solution to something that no one actually needs. So you have to have that in mind because it's very, very important. Also, this idea needs to be planned and will be tested, and you will shape it and it will evolve until you actually realize that could work. Ideas are not static. They will change. They are dynamic. So we have some tools that will help us to develop the business idea, and one of those are a business model. I'm showing you this specific business model canvas, which is the one that I'm gonna be, everything that I will talk about after is gonna be related to this. I'm not gonna explain this model canvas right now, but I'm gonna show you this like big picture about what it is. So through this tool, you can actually plan your business very quick, make a lot of changes very quick too, and try to understand how everything is related to each other. So through this, you can find out the what, the who, the how, and the how much about your business. Also, it's very important to understand that every business model will describe the foundation on which an organization will create, delivers, and capture value. So I'm showing this because we're going to start defining and finding out how to create this value proposition. And we're going to be linking it all the time with our customer, with the who. Starting with the value proposition, in simple words, is that what makes you unique and why should someone buy from you? This value proposition describes the bundle of products and services that create value for a specific customer segment. And as I say already, it is the reason why customers buy from you. You solve a problem or satisfy a need, and that's very important that you have that in mind. And we cannot describe or find out about our value proposition if we don't have our customers in mind. So we're going to be focusing on our customers and our value at the same time. That's why here I have this definition about customer segments, because it's the first step that you need to take in order to discover your clients, your customers. And we need to group them. Okay, so customer segments are going to define different groups of people where the organization, your business, your corporation, whatever, try or will reach and serve. Okay, we're gonna make suppositions about that. In order to better satisfy your customer, you can or you may group them into distinct segments with common needs, for example, with the same jobs to get done, the same age, geographic location, or even like purchasing power. These are only examples. You can find, I mean, put them together under your own like definition. So also, it is possible that in this segmentation, you will find out that you have many customer segments. So it's up to you, and you need to do this. You must make a conscious decision about which segments to serve and which segments to ignore. Now that we know a little bit about value proposition and customers, and we need to tie them together and connect them. So this is what we're going to try to do, connecting customers to value, which simply is, why do they want to buy from us? Okay. Again, I would like you to take like 3 seconds to look at these pictures, because they define like way better than words, like what's the dynamic here. In the past, some people used to think this way, to make a solution for something that wasn't needed. And I like what this guy is saying here, to this other one. Have you actually talked to any to make sure, like, maybe your teenage girl would like that product that you're thinking that she would like? So that's a thing that we need to be very aware. We need to listen and find out what our customers want, okay? Because success lies in listening to your clients and learning from them. That's the clue, So that's the best thing that you can do. And that's the way that you can understand your customers too. Well, this another very important tool that we have is associated with the business model canvas that I showed you before. And it's a way to have a general vision about those needs that my customer have, and also what I'm offering, that value that I'm offering. The round circle here is all about clients. Even you can imagine and maybe memorize it, or like relate it with, oh, we have the mind of my customers. So everything that the customer like thinks or daily do or feels is in here. And everything that I want to give as like my very precious gift to them is in this area at the left side. So we're gonna start defining and going through all of them. We're gonna start with the customer profile. That's the name of this circle, where you can see it's divided in 3 portions. We're gonna start defining the customer jobs. That's the first things that you need to do as an exercise of discovering also and being in the place of your customer. And you must first really understand your customer, as I have said already, to be able to identify the benefits they will get by using your product or service. So starting with that right side, we're going to talk about customer jobs or activities. You can find that word too. And this is basically what our customers trying to get done. Customer jobs are the activities that customers are trying to perform, the problems they are trying to solve, or the needs they are trying to satisfy. Okay, so we're gonna keep going deeper into this, and I have an example here. What is the activity to be done here? If you look at this picture, what's the activity that you could say, okay, needs to be done? Clearly here you have a location A, and you need to move to location B. And you're in the need of move these boxes, right? So we are looking at a moving here. And we have in between many different options of how to perform that move, right? So let's move forward to see every detail. So for each like option to move my stuff, what's the problem being solved? I just want to clarify like that the option number 1 is me and my car. The number 2, me and my friend's cars. The number 3, I rent a moving truck. And the 4, I hire movers. So we can say that for each option to move my stuff, what's the problem being solved in each case will be this. In the first case, I will be saving money. In the second one is save money, save times, and also I can move heavy items, right? In the third case, it saves me time, and also I'm able to move large items. And the last options is like it saves time, but also it saves your back, which is very important. So at the same time, these jobs um, have a classification. So we can analyze them in these activities that customers want to achieve from a functional point of view and an emotional point of view. The functional one is, or are all the elements that are that enable the core task to be done. The personal one is part of an emotional one, and it's like how the customer wants to feel. The social one is also part of the emotional need and is what the customer's choice says about them to others, how they want to be seen by the society. So we are going to stick with the moving company example. The job was like boxes are moved. And under the functional category, we can say like speed, padding, professional, save your back are the elements are under it. Under the personal dimension, we can talk about reduce stress, reduce hassle, important items, less likely to break. And under the social, it's like I can afford to high movers, you know. So it's very important that you analyze this part in the jobs that your customers are doing today, or the necessity that they have in a specific activity. So I will invite you to literally like sit down and write it down under like this very simple tab. What are those functional jobs? What are those personal and social? And you're gonna have access to this after the presentation, but also if you want, you can just like take a screenshot or write it down very quickly. So then we're gonna go to the second section of this circle here, and we're gonna talk about pains. Pains are negative emotions, undesired costs or situations, and risk the customer could experience before, during, or after getting the activity done. Before getting deeper explanation of this, we're gonna move forward to the gains, which is the last section of this cake. And the gains are the benefits the customer expects, desires, or will be surprised by when hire your product or service. Okay? Gains are not simply the opposite of pains. That's the thing that you have to have in mind. So, and also you need to understand how important both pains and gains really are in the context of the lives of your potential customer. You need to understand what are those pains, what will be those gains, okay? In the same example of the moving company, the activity to accomplish was all your belongings are moved. The gains, we can talk about time saved, shows I can afford movers, time to unpack boxes. And the pains avoided are spending entire weekend moving, convincing 5 friends to help, items falling off the roof of my car, of if it is raining, the items in the back of my pickup truck are not gonna get wet, or I'm not gonna have broken or cheap items, and of course I'm avoiding the physical labor, and I'm not going to get a sore back. I'm so sorry if you're hearing a lot of ambulances going through this place. So in the same way of make concrete actions and actually make an exercise, you need to also kind of rate those gains in pain, because you're gonna be ended up like choosing and taking care of the most important or relevant ones that your customer has. So there's another tab that you can do if you want. Here with the same moving company example. So we have the time save, and the 5 in this case is the highest, the 1 is the lowest. You can do it as you want. But here we have your clip that this is very important, and this one is very low in the rating. Here is the same, spending entire weekend moving, got a 5, but also the physical labor. So maybe I'm just gonna take care or like put attention to these two here over the rest of them. Once again, you're gonna have access to this, and how it said is here, exploring gains and pains, pick one of your customer segments and list the gains they seek or the pains they want relief, and prioritize on a scale from 1 to 5, for example. This is very simple to do, but there's another tool to start developing and understanding what how to connect your customers and your value. Here I'm going to leave some questions that you can do to yourself about your customer under gains and pains. I'm going to just say aloud one of each. Which savings will make your customer happy? What do your customer find too costly? These are just examples, but I just want you to read them and maybe see if you can apply to yourself. And now we're moving to the other section of the first tool that I told you on the left side, where we're going to talk about the business itself and what's the value that we are going to create. So it is made, this value map is called value map, and it is made up of the products and services that the business offers, pain relievers and gain creators. Okay, so this is kind of the opposition of the other one that we just saw. And as the same, if we started by the jobs and with the jobs and activities, we're gonna start here with the products and service. It's important to understand how their activities too, your customer activities are being done today, okay? Because that's gonna give you some clues about what you're gonna offer too. And these products and service offerings is gonna be a list of your product service offerings, attributes, and features, okay? Then we're gonna see our pain relievers. And pain relievers is a description of exactly how the product or service that you are offering alleviates customers' pain that we just discovered and analyzed before, right? And the gains creators, which is our last section in this square, is how the product or service creates customer gains and how it offers added value to each customer. Again, in this slide, please highlight it and have in mind. It's very important to make the gains relevant to your customer and to solve for the greatest pains they face. That's very, very important. So now how do we put everything together? Because we're trying to connect customers to value. So here I have a kind of a graphic that I made for you. So you have to have in consideration the following things. We have first the customer segments. Once you decide which your segment is, are or is, but you're gonna just grab one of those, okay? The most important one that you say like, okay, I think this is the most important one that I have. If you're a business idea just starting, you're gonna make suppositions probably at the beginning, and then you're gonna move forward to actually prove if you are correct or not. But having that customer segment, then you're gonna start thinking about your value map, customer profile, and you're gonna make a fit between of them. It's very important that you or that your gain creators here attack the gains that the customer is expecting and overpass them to. And it's very important that your pain alleviators here attack the pains the customer has on their activities or jobs that are being done. And one more time, more important or very important, is like to make the gains relevant to your customers and to solve for the greatest pains they face. After, remember all the long list, you're gonna get and grab the most important one, the most relevant that you think are correct. So now that we have that and we made that connection and that fit, we can create a value proposition statement, which is the one that probably you're going to use when you present someone your business. Oh, what do you do? Or what's your business about? Or if you're working with your team or like marketing agency to create your website or social media, it's something that you need to have in mind, and this needs to come from you like very clear. This is what I do. This is my value proposition. This is who I target and why. Um, and this is also not static. It's something that you're going to be polishing through the time, that you can change, that you can start over, etc. But this is our starting point to have that statement that also is going to help you to keep developing all your business model, your business plan, and moving forward also with your team or in the actions that you're taking. So how do we do this? I have a template here where I have like words that you could use at the beginning, and where the space is empty, you need to insert these like concepts here. So our product service helps customer segments who want to job done by verb and customer gain, and verb plus customer pain, unlike competing value proposition. So going back to the example of the movers, we're gonna see how that will look like in this company, how this value proposition statement will be. So our professional moving service helps or help people in the Merrimack Valley with a high household income who need to move their home or office by using us. They save time and can focus on the other aspect of their move. And avoid the risk of damaged items, asking friends for favors and a sore back, unlike trying to move themselves, which seem cheaper but cost more in time and effort. And unlike our competitors, the individuals in your house office carrying your belongings and are professionally trained company employees, not random people hired for the day. So this is how it will look like. The idea is like you filling with your own business those spaces and see if it has sense, make those little changes to have at least this starting point statement that you can start using already. Well, and to finish, I just wanna tell you and close with this sentence about like fall in love with the problem you solve, not with your idea. Okay, so that's it. I hope that was clear and not so confusing and in simple words, that I'm sure that you're gonna have access to more material.
Okay, thank you all for joining us today in this insightful bootcamp session on preparation of your value proposition with our esteemed guest, Catalina Herrera from EforAll. We hope you found the session as enriching as we did. And I would like to express my sincere gratitude to Catalina for sharing her expertise and guiding us through the importance of crafting compelling value proposition. The benefits of today's topic are evident, as we all understand the pivotal role a strong value proposition plays in the success of any venture. So before we conclude, let's recap 3 lessons from today. First, understanding your unique value means that identifying what sets your businesses apart is essential for creating a compelling value proposition. Number 2, customer-centric approach. That means tailoring your value proposition to address what needs and desire of your target audience is crucial for resonance and impact. And number 3, clarity and conscientiousness. A conscious value proposition is more likely to capture attention and leave a lasting impression on your audience. So let me ask, what do you think, Catalina, about these 3 points?
I think that are great. You summarized them very well. That's awesome. And yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna be like very pushing to customer, and know your customer and listen to your customer and ask questions to your customer and talk to them, because you're going to learn a lot from them. And that's how you are going to be making all those changes and things that your business needs to stay relevant and to actually work.
Okay. Thank you once again, Catalina. Yeah, those points are very important insights. So now I like to bring your attention to two exciting competitions that aligns with the spirit of innovation and positive change that we have discussed today. First, we have Innovation Challenge 2.0. This competition focuses on fostering entrepreneurship, sustainable development, and environmental resilience in Latin America and the Caribbean, with a particular emphasis on marginalized communities. So by supporting eco-conscious business models, this program aims to empower change makers through innovation and sustainable solutions. For a second, we have, well, let me say it in Spanish, Jóvenes en Movimiento, that it means Youth in Move. This competition is dedicated to Venezuelan migrants in Dominican Republic, Peru, and Ecuador. It provides a platform for young entrepreneurs to showcase their ideas and contribute to the community. So please remember, for both competitions, a well-developed business plan is a key deliverable, and the lesson from today's session will undoubtedly help you in the process. So before we move on to the question from the chat, I encourage you to explore this opportunity and take the next step in your entrepreneurial journey. So now let's open the floor to any questions you may have. Please feel free to share your thoughts and inquiries in the chat, or otherwise raise your hand. So while we wait for the audience question in the chat, I have one for you, Catalina. So it says, we are aware that the market is constantly changing. Yes. So how does the evolution of the market influence the revision and updating of an existing value proposition?
Can you repeat the last part of the question, please?
Yes. Well,
sorry.
Let me say it again, everything.
Okay.
Yeah. So we are aware that the market is constantly changing. So how does the evolution of the market influence the revision and updating of an existing value proposition? I mean, how we can change this value?
Yes. So you need to be reviewing your value all the time and see if it makes sense each certain time, right? Don't be scared to change it, because that's okay. Your clients are going to change. Your clients are going to change, like you're going to have new clients, but also your previous clients are going to change their way of like how they think, how they feel, what do they need. So your value proposition is going to be changing and your market too, and you need to review it. If you stuck with that forever, that's very dangerous. Probably your sales or clients are going to go down, and that's why you need to pay attention to. It doesn't make that much to go over that all the time. So actually, you're gonna write a business plan. Business plan in the past used to be like very relevant in a way of like, this is it, and this business plan, I can use it even for years maybe. But we are in a world right now where everything is very dynamic and it's changing every day. So even if you're gonna make a business plan, that's something that you're gonna need to review in a year or whatever and see if it's still accurate. So that's why also I show you this business model Canva that you can use as a starting point. That means like also after that you can write your business plan. That's totally fine, and it's gonna help you a lot to do that. But in this other one, you can just see and okay, are this connection still accurate? How this dynamic and everything is tied is still accurate? what have changed and how can I, like align to that. So yeah, you need to to make some reviews about your value proposition all the time.
Okay, totally. So I have another question. In your opinion, I mean, it's personal opinion, what is your favorite example of a successful value proposition in today's market?
Okay, I don't want to go with the big companies. I don't have a favorite one.
Okay.
Yesterday I talked about toilet paper. Today I'm gonna talk about another product that I buy. So I want to make and give that example as like a customer perspective.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna talk about laundry detergent.
Ah, okay.
Okay,
Great.
so this is another example from myself, and that's the way that maybe you can see it how it works to the other side. Um, I hate that my laundry detergent has like smell, so I need it like plain, no smell, no scent.
Mhm.
Also, my husband is like hypoallergenic, so it needs like a very clean detergent. Okay. For me and for him, it's very important to have biodegradable things that we use, and that's essential. So that was another condition. I care about environment and what about the things that I use, the impact that they have in the outside, right? So biodegradable was very important. Then it was like I hate plastic. I'm trying to recycle into using everything. So these detergents commonly come in this big jug that are super heavy, like hard plastic, are not being recycled everywhere. So for me, it was like, that was a frustration, that was a
Yeah.
pain. I was like, I need to do this, but I'm doing this with this pain behind me. So I needed to find something that makes sense for me. And I found, and here is some trend, like a couple of years ago, this detergents that come like in a paper shape of form. So that one didn't have sense. It was biodegradable. Comes in that paper. Also, the packaging was biodegradable in my composter. Um, the shipping was like also trying to affect less as much as possible, like the environment effect or impact. And I was so happy with that. And it was through a subscription. So I didn't even have to take care of like, oh, I'm running out of this detergent, so I have to go to the grocery store. No. But I had the list of things that I needed and I was expecting to find. And they actually exceed them. Because with the subscription, I was like, oh, I didn't know that actually I didn't like to go to the grocery store to buy the detergent. And then it was like, you know what? My laundry is like in the basement. So I have to go down like 3 floors or whatever, and with all the clothes plus this big jug in the past. And now I'm just grabbing my super paper detergent that doesn't weigh anything and super easy to do. Also, I found out like I can travel with this, so I don't have to buy a different detergent everywhere. And that's how I started like getting more gains that I didn't expected, and they created those for me. So when you ask me for like a successful value proposition, can be that simple like that. We don't need to go and see like these big companies, Coca-Cola, whatever, when you can think about daily things that you do and that you expect. So maybe like as a homework, like start like asking yourself, why do I buy this? Why when I go to the grocery store and I have a whole aisle with bread, I pick the one that I pick, or like, uh, and etc. And those are successful because they align with my needs and they were solving my problems that I had.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And I have another question from our chat, so let's read it out. How do you evaluate the effectiveness of a value proposition?
That's very simple. If it works, you're gonna have customers. They're gonna pay you. And if
well,
not, there's something wrong that you need to adjust.
and it's time to change it, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
because its value proposition is the connection that's gonna connect with your client, with your customer segment, with your customers. So if it doesn't make the click, no one is gonna, connect with you, and they're not gonna buy you. So you're doing something wrong here.
Yeah, totally.
That's a very kind of good way to measure it. Or I'm going down. I'm having less sales. So what does it mean?
Okay, thank you. Well, thank you once again for your active participation, and don't forget to register your projects in the competitions and sign up for more upcoming business sessions. Your ideas have the potential to make a significant impact, and we look forward to witnessing your success. So let's build a brighter and more sustainable future together. Thank you for everyone to be part of this session. Have a good day.
You have a good day. Bye.
Thank you, Catalina, to be here. Bye.